All right, we should be rocking and we should be rolling. Let's find out. I do believe that we are. Okay, let me get a few things published and pushed out here just so we are on the right pages. And we'll get this moving and grooving in no time. So we'll kind of let things get flowing here as we come up on the 9:30 mark on this Saturday. Snow moving in, snowing and blowing and everything else like that. It is going to be a wild night across portions of southern Wisconsin as this next system comes in. This is very similar to what we had almost a week ago with that system that snuck up and just dumped a whole boatload of snow across southern and southeastern Wisconsin. Same sort of a deal tonight. The system's coming up out of the south. Already some big-time snow falling across portions of Illinois. So it is a snow alert for us as we go throughout the night. Let me bring this up and we'll kind of move things around here and just show you what's going on as you jump in and join us. Again, this is informal, just kind of talking about what's happening with this snow. This is the enhanced radar that we have on here. What I'm going to do is a couple different things. First off, let me drop off these reports and let me broaden this view out and bring it up to the current time. So with the way the radar is, just to kind of reset the stage about a few different things here. Darker shades of blue indicates where the snow is the heaviest. So as you can see just across the Illinois line, basically what's going on south of Rockford and west of Metro Chicago, that is some pretty heavy snowfall that is coming down right now. Let me try a different little arrow so you can kind of see that better. You can see that little dark spot right there between Rockford and Flag. That's some pretty snow too, moving into sections of, we'll call that Beloit, just south of Janesville. So I know it's been snowing for a couple of hours at least across portions of southern Wisconsin, but what we've seen so far pales in comparison to what's on the way. So big picture here, just to kind of reset you, this is a pretty wound up system. You can kind of see where the center of it is down in southern sections of Illinois. They're getting rain. That's all this will be for them, is mainly rain. It is most of Wisconsin that'll get snow. Most of Indiana will get snow. A lot of portions of Ohio will get snow. This is going to be a pretty significant snowmaker, especially for Wisconsin, northeast Illinois, northern Indiana, and a good chunk of Ohio. Of course, we'll spend our time focusing in on what's going on in Wisconsin. Now, I'll say this, the farther north you are in the state, this won't be as big of an impact for you. You'll get a little bit of snow, but not nearly as much as what the southern part of the state's going to see. You can tell, too, from our cameras that we have up there. I mean, clearly, Milwaukee's got snow all over it. Madison doesn't look too bad right now. Let me actually take you, though, and let's stop this radar loop, and let's go in just a smidge closer here and zoom in more to this southern tier of counties that we have. Bring up some more townships here. So you can see Janesville, you can see Beloit. That's where the snow is picking up in a little more intense fashion right now, probably around an inch an hour, if not close to. If I recall correctly, the way I have this radar set up is when you start seeing shades of orange, that's almost a guaranteed of 1 inch per hour snow. That right now is going on in sections of Illinois near Wilmington, Kankakee, and toward Round Grove. That band is moving north and will eventually move probably through Metro Chicago, I would say in the next 90 minutes or so, if it can hold together. Nonetheless, those deeper shades of blue, still pretty respectable snow bands coming. Again, it's all on the way. What we've seen so far is just the beginning. I'll come back to the radar in just a second. I know folks who jump into these things, the first question is always, how much am I going to get? Our forecast has not changed too much from this morning. We still believe that most of southern Wisconsin looking at a solid 6 to perhaps 9 inches of snowfall, the area in yellow. You do likely there see the shading in orange along the lakefront. That's where we think there could be double-digit snowfall, and I'm thinking at least 10 inches. I've seen some model forecasts suggesting 17, 18 inches. That may be a bit on the high side, but if this system comes in with the right trajectory and gets enough of a fetch off of the lake enhancement, I can't completely rule out some pretty absurd numbers. So the bottom line is Sheboygan County, all the way through Washington County, Milwaukee, Racine, Kenosha counties, I-94 and to the lakefront, you're going to get hammered with snow not just tonight, but through most of the day tomorrow. I can show that to you in just a second. Different way of talking about who's going to be most impacted by this snow. This map here clearly tells the story. Area in yellow, some minor impacts. Orange, some decent impacts. The area in red, that would be major impacts. This graphic is put out by the National Weather Service. They're pretty much bullseyeing Milwaukee County. All right then, huh? Let me give you, let's just take a second here. I want to call up something, see if I can find it. I believe it may be sitting off in the side. I might have to do some finagling here really quickly just to see if I have it. No. So I'm going to have to call this up. So bear with me for just a second. I'm going to blank that out on you. What I'm going to do is call up. Let's see if we have this. I know we do somewhere in here. What the snow is going to look like. And let's see. I believe we should have. I'm looking for a particular thing, so bear with me here. I'm wanting to find this one. Should work. Nope, that's not the right one. I'm looking. This may work. Let's find out. Some of these are out of order. Let's just try this one and see. What I'm trying to find is just a Futurecast here to show you how the snow may play out. So that was earlier this morning. There we go. So just make sure that this is all set and ready the right way. So again, let's bring that back. Futurecast says that's how things should look right now, which isn't too far off from what we're seeing. We advanced that forward a little bit more. The whole reason I'm trying to show you this is just so you know it's going to be snowing throughout most of the night, through most of tomorrow morning, and then the lake enhancement gets involved mid-morning tomorrow through most of tomorrow afternoon from Milwaukee through Racine, Kenosha counties. It may still be snowing as late as 7 o'clock tomorrow night along the lakefront. You even see here from the model some snow showers in the southwestern part of the state as well. So that's part of the reason why I'm saying the snowfall could just be absolutely incredible here, with some areas seeing over 9, 10, 11 inches of snow in that area in orange. So that would be one of the things that we're most concerned about with that. Let me also show you, too. I'm going to drop this out just for a second here. The biggest issues and concerns tonight through midday tomorrow at least, some heavy snow bands and the wind. My goodness, the wind has been incredible. Wind gusts over 30 to 40 miles per hour, really blowing that snow around. Blowing and drifting is going to be a concern for us as well. So those things are just huge when it comes to trying to traverse in this. Now, granted, it's a Saturday night. Tomorrow is Sunday. Not many folks heading out. There's a pandemic going on. I don't know what we have going on for church services or anything else like that, so I wouldn't be terribly concerned. But at the same time, there may be folks who have to hit the roadways, travel for one reason or another, and this snow is certainly going to get their attention, needless to say. So if you're just joining, I will circle back around to that. Let me get back over to the radar and kind of take a look-see at what's going on here. Just to kind of show you what it is that's happening. Again, I'm focusing right along the Illinois and Wisconsin state line because that's where a lot of this is at its heaviest right now and will continue to get heavier as we go more throughout the night. You see those little circles popping up on there? Those are various snowfall reports. Let me go ahead and just kind of click on these. The first time I'm seeing some of these myself and just see what we have. This is a report coming out of Sullivan, nearly an inch of snow. How about this one here coming in out of Watertown, an inch of snow. Around Madison, the reports here, Maple Bluff, 1.6 inches of snow already. Southwest side of Madison, Shorewood Hills, 1.5 inches of snowfall already. Around Milwaukee, this is going to be probably near St. Francis, 1.5 inches of snow. How about more toward West Allis type areas? There's Tosa. 0.8 inches of snow. Let's slide this down a little farther south, though, where the snow has been heavier longer. I'm just curious to see what the reports are going to be from northern sections of Illinois. I'm willing to bet, well, I was going to say 2 to 3 inches, but there's a 3-inch report out of Rockford. That's what I was looking for. How about this one here? This could be a higher number. Nope, DeKalb only 2.1. There was an area earlier of some sleet and freezing rain at first. That may have cut down some of these numbers, but the temperatures are going to be dropping. You see Milwaukee's currently sitting at 32. Other areas are a little bit colder right now. Matter of fact, let me see if I have a way. I know I should have the ability to pull up some temperatures here. I'm not sure how this is going to mess around the radar view. There you go. Kenosha freezing, Janesville freezing, Milwaukee freezing, but then you go farther into the state and you start seeing those readings below the freezing point. So a lot of 30s, 28s on the board. So clearly some cold enough air for some snow. We're drawing in that moisture content as well off of the lake. So all these things kind of coming together here to set us up for a pretty significant little snow event as we go throughout tonight into tomorrow. And that's the thing I was trying to touch on earlier, is just where the wind is coming from. It's so strong, number one, but you also just have this tremendous flow of wind coming in off of Lake Michigan. So you're feeding the storm, and the lake water temperatures are still in the 40s last I checked, which was just 2 days ago, middle 40s in some parts of central Lake Michigan. So you're blowing that warmer, more moist air into the lakefront areas. You're feeding it right into the storm. Kind of the perfect late January winter setup that some folks would be expecting if you're looking for big-time heavy snowfall. Again, you're just kind of taking all that moisture right there off the lake. Let's try that again. You're taking all that moisture off the lake. You're just feeding it right into the storm, which at this point now is working itself up from the south. So again, we broaden the view out a little bit. We're on the top edge of this storm system as it rotates its way around. That counterclockwise rotation is the storm system. It is moving our direction. We're feeding it all kinds of moisture. There's plenty of cold air coming in, and the sweet spot for all this is southern Wisconsin and right there along the lakefront with all this coming in. So it's one of those deals where you've got to watch it because the snow bands could be very intense in some cases. And again, you kind of take a look at what's happening here. We're thinking for snowfall as we go into tomorrow. Over 10 inches in the area in orange. Again, it could be just some tremendous snow. So gas up the blowers, have the shovels ready, things like that, because this could be some serious snow that works its way in. Futurecast here will run you through things going throughout the night tonight into tomorrow. And you can just kind of see how that snow just continues and continues and continues and continues. It may be snowing all the way through tomorrow afternoon and even into tomorrow evening. So it's going to be one of those deals where the snow was just tremendous, to say the least. That's why you see on this impact map here that loads up, the areas in orange kind of almost lining up with what we have in our forecast, because these will be the areas that see the most significant snowfall, have the most impacts. That blowing and drifting is also going to be something. Roadways, I imagine, as we go deeper into tonight through tomorrow, especially on side streets, smaller highways are going to be just absolutely incredible and just tough to get through those with the snow moving over top of them. So again, that's kind of where we stand tonight. With the snow moving in, the heaviest bands are about to work their way in. They're just coming up out of portions of Illinois as we speak right now. I think some of the heavier snow will be between about 10:30, 11 o'clock, all the way through the wee hours into tomorrow morning. Now, there will be some ebbing and flowing where the snow may let up a little bit, and then an intense band comes in, lets up a little bit, an intense band comes in. I mean, we kind of see these things, so I don't think it'll be a completely steady 6 to 8 hours of heavy, heavy snow, but it'll kind of ebb from heavy to light, moderate, light, heavy, light. I mean, you get the idea. We've been through these snow events how many times? Still, the big thing is this is going to be a couple of these back-to-back. We haven't seen something like this across southeastern Wisconsin in a while, so the snow piles, the snow depth is really going to stack up, to say the least. I mean, we had some places not even a week ago pick up around 8 to 9 inches, a solid 7, and so now you're looking at another 6 to 9, upwards of 10, even a foot of snow in some areas. So again, you're just really piling everything on. Checking over here, I don't see much activity. I'm just looking to see if anybody's asking questions in the little area that I have here on the YouTube link. It's pretty cut and dry, pretty self-explanatory. It's southeastern, southern Wisconsin in late January. January, the snowiest month of the season, so this is par for the course. Meteorologist Matt Jones, he's going to be covering you all bases all night long. Look for his updates on Spectrum News 1. Remember, every 10 minutes on the ones, so you've got 01, 11, 21, 31, 41, 51, and it repeats every hour all throughout the night. We've got live checks of the radar on TV as well after our 11 and 21 updates and 41 and 51, so you get live radar 4 times an hour. So again, if you just are curious, you're up in the middle of the night, you're wondering what's going on, check out Spectrum if you have Spectrum. If not, maybe you should switch to Spectrum. Shameless plug. But again, the big thing right now is the heavier snow bands are moving in out of sections of northern Illinois, mainly impacting Beloit and Janesville right now. I'd be curious to see what we get for snowfall report even in the next hour, considering what's going on there. This is going to keep going throughout most of the night. Snow is really going to stack up, and I don't think it wraps up for southeastern Wisconsin until late tomorrow, if not tomorrow evening. So here again, if you had any plans on Sunday, that's the key word, had plans. It might be a great day just to stay home, just to hang out. A lot of this stuff should be gone by late Sunday night, and the crews will get things cleared and ready to go for Monday morning. So that's the beauty of this, I suppose. It's happening on a weekend and not when folks are trying to get themselves to and from work. So clearly, it is a snow alert night tonight with this heavier snow working its way in. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. Just wanted to pop on here, show you the radar, let you know what's going on, let you know that our team is tracking it. Snow is bittersweet. There are some folks who love this stuff. Snowplow drivers make money. Tow truck drivers make money. There are others, though, who just do not like it at all, wish it never snowed the rest of the season. We live in Wisconsin. There's many more places farther south where it doesn't snow as much. So for those who have to be out on the roadways, take it slow, be careful, give yourself time. Don't forget to brush the snow off the top of your cars, especially. You create like a mini blizzard for the guy behind you if you don't. So please do that. I am seeing a few more storm reports coming in now that I'm sitting here talking to you. Let me just filter some of these out and see what some of these new reports are. This is St. Francis 1.4. We may have seen a couple of these are 5. And this should be the one from Maple Bluff 1.6. So right now we're seeing already 1.5 inches of new snow, and the heavy bands aren't even here yet. So it's gonna pick up. It's gonna intensify. You can see the cameras there. It's hard to see the Milwaukee skyline. There was some sleet earlier. May have iced the camera over. Things don't look terrible from the Madison camera right now, but I expect that visibility to change before too long as this activity continues to come in from the south. One more time, back the radar view out here. We'll kick things up into motion, and you can see this is a pretty good swath of snow coming in, tied to the northern edge of this storm system, which is eventually going to kick its way over toward the Ohio area, and they are going to get a fair amount of snow as well. So Wisconsin is just the beginning as this system works its way through, and then the system goes up the East Coast. Northeastern parts of the country going to get walloped by snow. So a lot of folks in the next few days going to pick up a hefty amount of winter weather. So that's kind of the basic broad gist of things. Again, we'll have updates for you. Spectrum News 1. You got the Spectrum News app. You've got our website. So many ways to stay informed and keep in touch with what's going on. So I'll wrap this up here and just let you know the heaviest snow hasn't even started yet. It's going to move in the next couple of hours. It's going to snow throughout most of the night. And if you're in Milwaukee, Racine, Kenosha counties, not the cities, the counties, it's going to snow throughout most of the day on Sunday. And at times, it's going to look like a snow globe near whiteout conditions. So it's a late January snowstorm. What do you expect in Wisconsin? So thanks for checking things out. Meteorologist Kristen Ketchel will be in tomorrow morning. She'll have updates for you starting at 6 a.m. on air. And then I'll be in tomorrow with updates as well as we kind of just watch this next round of winter weather. So thank you for watching the stream. I hope I didn't wake up